Hi everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So I'm going to show you a fun fold. I've designed this one, which I'm going to call an open pop-up book. So this is the front. It's a 6x6 size. I've just decorated it using some of my own papers there. And then when you open this one up, you have this 3-page or 3-tier style book. And then I've just decorated the middle there. It all stands up, so the idea is it's to be displayed open, which is why I'm calling it the open book. And you could, over time, I mean, you can see I can fold it back there, but you could display it flat. So it would eventually drop after they've taken it out of the envelope. So it's entirely up to you. You don't need to make a stand for this one. I do have, I think this is maybe the 4th kind of pop-up book, open book that I've made now. So if I share the playlist there, you can have a look at some other ones, because I do have one where it sits in its own kind of easel. And you know, it's just different versions. You might want to take some decoration from those videos and maybe use it with this version here. Very easy to make. You don't need any specialty dies. So let's get into the tutorial. So I've used the Wishing You a Day of Happiness sentiment, which is a Dovecraft general sentiment set. Then I've used the Happy Birthday one here, which was a Card Making Magic Versus set. The flowers are all from my Funky Floral set. Love these ones. And I've also used my paper pads. This is the Creative Cuts paper pad, and I've taken some designs from there as well. To make the open book, you're going to need 2 pieces of 12x6. And along the 12-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5.5 and 6. And you're going to do that on 2 pieces. Okay. You're then going to want 2 pieces of 6x6, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and then 5 and 5.5. Do that on 2 pieces. And then you're going to want 2 pieces of 5.5x6. You're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1, and then 4.5 and 5. And so you've got 2 of them. You might want to add another size again on top of that, but if you start to go smaller, your main kind of panel that you're going to do your decoration on will become smaller. So you can see here, this is, if I just fold those in, that's the very front there. So if you take, I've gone in by 1/2 inch each time. So if you take another half off, you're just going to end up not having a lot of space. But if you do just want to create an unusual shaped card and just have lots and lots of layers, then you can do. Then I'll give you the measurements for the mats and layers where I've got them. So I've already done the front. I just done one of the sketch cards that I've shared in my scraps videos. So I'll share the link up here. And I've just done this one here. So you can see there's that sentiment, lovely pattern papers all layered up, and I've used silver mirrored card here. So the big piece is 5 3/4 squared, and then the pattern paper is 5.5 squared. I'm not going to go through all these measurements. Just check out the scraps video, because there's heaps of really nice inspiration to decorate the front of the card. You'll then want those same large sizes that I gave you for the back. That's where I'm going to be writing my message. And then these are the 2 that are going inside. So these are those panels that I said to you about. So obviously, you know, they're quite small as they are. If you keep going in by 1/2 inch, you're just not going to have a lot of space. But you want 2 pieces of 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. Did I just say 3 pieces? You want 2 pieces, if I did. And then 2 pieces of 3 by 5.5. Again, I've already gone ahead and embossed using silver embossing powder that happy birthday sentiment there. I've then also got these 2 pieces. I'm unsure if I'm going to use them, to be honest. I've done them, but I think they're going to work, but you may want them, you may not. The silver is 1 1/4 by 5 3/4, and then the pattern is 1 by 5.5. And they're going to go either side inside the card when it's open. Okay. And then I've got 6 pieces of 1/4 inch by 5 3/4. And these are going to decorate the sides of each of the pages. I just thought it was a nice little extra to add, so you want 6 of those. And then I've got all of the flowers ready to decorate, which I'll show you and talk about in more detail in a moment. Okay, so first of all, you want to start off with the biggest pieces. Actually, I'd fold and burnish all of the score lines on all of the pieces first. Okay, so with these ones here, what's going to happen is you're going to fold, there's your middle 6-inch score line. Okay, then that one's going to become the start of the, I guess, the spine. And these are going to fold in and stick on this piece. So you can see the start of that first page, and this is where these pieces will then fit. whether you choose to have them or not. I think I will, but again, up to you. You might want to stamp something there. So I'm going to use my quick grab glue, and you're going to pop it on the very outer tab there, like so. Now fold both over and fold that 6-inch score line, and then lay it down flat. Use your bone folder here. Again, the key with all these kind of cards is making sure it all lays flat when you put each of these pieces in place. Okay, and then when that one comes back up, you'll see we've got the start there of this open book. Again, same with this one here. So on that very outer tab there, fold both over and then fold that 6-inch score line. And then again, you bring that up. Okay, we're now going to stick these two together like so. So it will create that 6x6 card size when it all folds flat. So you're just going to run your glue all the way down there. And then I'd always focus on the bottom. It should line up perfectly. To be fair, if it doesn't, then I would go and trim before you get this part in place, because the last thing you want is to have it all slightly bigger. But certainly make sure the bottom is nice and flush, because that's how it's going to stand up. Now, once you're happy that glue's dry, you can fold it in half, and that's now your 6x6 card blank. And then when you open it, these will naturally start to pop out. Okay, so leave that to one side. You next want to grab the next larger ones, so these ones here, which were the 6x6, and then you've got those ones afterwards. So I haven't folded these, so I'll just quickly do that. Okay, next we're going to stick these together. So I'm just going to run my glue down the middle one there. You want to have this one free, and you're going to stick it to the same one on this piece here. So just use your mat so you know they're nice and straight. Oh, she says, and then moves them so I've got the time to spend on it there. See, I can see already this one's slightly bigger, taller, so I'm actually going to trim that now whilst it's easy to do so. It's literally the smallest amount, but it will look a bit odd, so I'm just going to lay that in there. There we go, just a tiny amount, but that looks much better. So again, just make sure that glue's all secure. So you should now be able to open up the ends here, and you want to fold that back on itself. Okay, and now we can add the glue either side of these little wings, I guess we'll call them. So there, and then all down this one, like so. And then you want to kind of fold the card as if you're going to close it. Make sure these are as far back as you can, folded back, and you've got that arrow, and you just want to stick it right in the middle there, and you can just really push it in but close it at the same time, and just burnish that well. So it does start to give it some dimension, so this would definitely work in one of my box envelopes, and I'll link them up here. But now you'll have this piece. Open it up. You can push it over to one side, you know, at this stage it doesn't really matter. So I'm just pushing it all over to the left there. You want to add your glue on the outer tab, just like you did on the one below. And then you want to fold both over. Bring it all back up again and just fold it in half. And you'll notice it will line up perfectly with the one below. And that way you know you've folded it correctly. Again, just burnish that well. You'll start to see you've got two there. I'm not going to pull that open yet. I'm going to just let it dry a bit more and just add my glue onto the other side. Fold all of that over. And again, go to close the card and it will line up with the other side there. And then you can just let both of those dry for a minute. Okay, I'm just going to pop my cup of tea on top of that and then grab these two here. Again, just burnish those score lines. And you're going to stick this together exactly the same way as you did before. So you're popping your glue down that middle tab first of all, and then stick those together. And again, just make sure that they line up and they're the same height, which those ones are. And then again, you want to fold that back so you've got the arrow. Let's open this one back up. And now you'll see you've got that open book. So now we can grab our glue again and add it onto here. Close the book up slightly and then just push that in there and close that up. And now you've got your third page. So again, just stick these down exactly the same way as before. Okay, so again, I'm just going to put my cold cup of tea on top of that so that can dry. And now we can decorate those panels to go inside. So I've got the two here. So this one's going to go on the left, this is going to go on the right, and these are the flowers. So I've just die cut, well, I mean, whatever you want. I do have a separate tutorial showing you how to make flowers. The difference with these ones that I've done today is I'm not adding any dimension to these. The card's already got a lot of dimension, so I'm keeping my flowers flat. And I'm just going to position these. I've got an odd number, which is what you always want when you're working with flowers. It just looks a bit more pleasing to the eye. We're going to have something like that. And then on this side, I've got some others, and I'm going to have a little bit more there, but I might just end up having just a little bit down in this corner. We'll see. I'm going to focus on this one first of all. So for the yellow one, I used the larger 3 here. For these two here, I've used these flowers, and then these are the smallest one here. And for these, it's the smallest one here. But check out the video because I use all of these, and also in the triple diamond card that I shared about a week ago, I use all of these, and it's really, really lovely. It's one of my favourite cards I think I've made for a while. So I'm going to stick all of that down, and then I've got the leaves here, which I'm just going to kind of feed in, and just to make it a bit fuller. And I've got the little silver sprigs there as well, just to match in with the mirrored card. So that's my panels all decorated. I'm going to add some sparkle to those as well. And now I can open this up and you'll see you've got your open book. It looks really, really cool. So they're going to go inside like this. In fact, you can open it right out. You can almost flatten it. In fact, what I might do is stick the front and the back on first, because I'm going to use the Floral glue, and that will start to add a little bit of weight. So I'm going to stick this one onto the front there, and then I've got that one which I'm going to stick on the back. So I actually went ahead and just stuck everything else down. I really like these side pieces, so I'm glad I did cut them. I think they just help the book part just pop out even more. I think it looks really cool. I mean, you could decorate all inside here with pattern paper, but I think it's a bit of a waste of the paper really. You may just want to put some white card in there. I might add that. That'd probably be helpful because it would probably make it pop a bit more. We'll see. So now I'm just going to add all of these strips to the sides. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue through the middle there, and then those will sit just in the middle there. Again, you might want that to be white, but I thought the silver, when it catches the light on the sides there, I thought it looked really nice. So I'm going to get those stuck down, and I may also add the white inside. So I've stuck all the side pieces down. I've just put all this white card in here, but I haven't stuck it down. So I just wanted to see whether I do the full height, which I think I prefer, which is the 6-inch height. So it's going to cover those tabs. But it does really look like more pages. So I think I am going to go with this. So if you do want to do the same, then you're going to do 4 3/8 by just under 6. And then you want 2 pieces of that. And then this one here is 3 7/8 by just under 6. When I say just under, just take a little bit off. It'll just help you get it in better, because otherwise it might just slightly come over the top. This is 3 3/8 by 6. Again, 2 pieces. So I'm going to use my colour, because again, it's just going to add strength to it. And then when you pop them in, because you're going to have to do them like this regardless, you know, whether you do it at the end like I have or whether you do it as you go, you're still going to have to slide them under so they cover your tabs. But I'm just going to tack that in there. So just kind of, when you slide it in, slide it obviously away from it so you don't build up any glue. So when I'm sliding it in, I'm sliding it against this piece here, not the bit I'm sticking it onto. And then once I get it right in, I can push it over to that side, like so. I'm just going to do all of them quickly, and then I can just close it and let them all dry at the same time. So that's the finished card. So there's the front, and then you open it up, you have that pop out open book. I think it looks lovely. I love the way this looks displayed, and you could, over time, that would drop down and be completely flat. I mean, it's only lifting a little bit there because there's quite a bit of weight on that now. Like I said, definitely one for the box envelope, so I'll link that if I haven't done so already. But I do like the white card in there now. I think it just adds another detail to the... It helps the pages pop. I think when they were all the same colour, you didn't really maybe appreciate them so much. Whereas I think now that the white's in there, you can really see them. And I love the silver on the sides there as well. And then the back to write your message. So I hope you've enjoyed this open book style from me today. It's really fun. Can't wait to see how you decorate yours. And yeah, I'm definitely going to make another one. I think I'll do a 6x6 because I tend to... No, a 5x7, sorry. Because I tend to always do 2 of any kind of card design over time. You'll see both of them on my channel in the 2 sizes that I like, which is the 6x6 and the 5x7. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified every time I upload something new. And I'll link all of the product that I've used today in the description box below. So just scroll down. It should be see more or click more or just more, and then you'll see everything there. Lots of links to other of my social channels and also my Amazon storefront, all that kind of stuff. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.